Hello and welcome everyone. This is Yanaman bringing you today's Fleet Ops audio commentary. And today I have Butterbread versus Clintsat playing in Game 2 of the Summer Tournament Final. These two guys have been playing pretty much all summer. The tournament's been going on since about August 1st, and these guys are head-to-head in their possibly last game if Butters pulls out a win, or this would be the second to last game if Clintsat brings out the win today. As you may or may not know, Butters did win the first tournament game of the finals, so that puts him at an advantage here. Let me go ahead and introduce you to their player starting positions. Both of them are playing Fed today. This top one here is, as the purple Feds, is Butterbread, and down here as the white Feds, this is Clintsat. Now, we're looking at both of these guys. I mean, let's take a look. That is running about 25 seconds left for completion. These guys are running neck and neck. Just take a look at how fast there's just no difference. That's awesome. Both of them got their yard up, mining going off of something here. Only differentiation here is that the Tritanium Moon is being mined first. We got a Starfleet Science going up, Starfleet Engineering. Alright, so Butters, not as Johnny on the spot for the warp-in, as Clintsat is all over that warp-in rush here. So this will be very, very likely a battle of the warp-in rush. Question is, let's see, there's chassis level 1 going up for Clintsat, and it appears that Butters is a half hair behind on his chassis level 1, unless I was a hair missed that. Anyway, so finally getting around to setting up some mining. The dilithium going up first, generally useful for your offensive ships. The tritanium has a tendency to be useful for upgrades. So Butters all over the scouting here, and quite frankly, so is Clintsat. They are both scouting each other. The one advantage here is that potentially Butters doesn't see this. There is a little bit of... It's quite possible that he doesn't quite see the science. However, Clintsat will know that the science is going up. He'll know relatively where the build order for this guy is. So, Clintsat still in the early games here, setting up his mining operation, and down goes the science. So, take a look at engineering. Engineering chassis level 1 up here by Butters is getting researched, and let's take a look, see if Clintsat now finally putting up a monsoon, and we'll see how Butters pulls this out down here. There goes Starfleet Command as soon as it possibly can, and Clintsat moving his tritanium moving to set up his tritanium mining. In the meantime, Starfleet Command getting set up way down here in the back of Butters' base, and this is a really nice protected position. Starfleet Science, being such a valuable asset to Federation play, has a tendency to want to be an attractor for your opponent's fire and torpedoes. So, both players placing it in a nice, comfy, well-protected position. Plenty of time to make sure that other bases take heat first. This monsoon almost on its way out. This guy is an Intrepid. A little bit of resource lock here. You can see even that. So Butters has got a resource lock on his Intrepid coming out, and Clintsat had a resource lock over here, or maybe a little inattentiveness to the storage dock. But either way, as we are waiting for these guys to get a little bit of action going on. First offensive ship of the game has made its way onto the board, just Monsoon by itself. Looking perhaps for the research. At least nothing else is going to go take that scout out. At least drive it off so it doesn't know what's going on. So just a decent maneuver here just to chase that away. Oddly enough, you might think that that's a small maneuver, but denying your opponent their scouting is actually really, really important in these competitive games, as they can make decisions, make good tactical decisions based on intel, and if they don't have that intel, they'll have a tendency to make less accurate decisions, and that can slowly add up over the course of a game. So let's see Starfleet Command. Ooh, both players putting up their Starfleet Command about 2-3 seconds apart. So this guy is going to be about 5 seconds, 7 seconds late, but that is almost nothing. And a warp in going down immediately by Clintsat. Now let's take a look at where that guy's. He is coming in over into the die mining over here, and there's an Intrepid going to be. These guys need to move away now. So here comes. Let's see what the pull is. Ooh, double steam runner. Oh my God, this could be the end of the match here if he makes good use of this guy. Butter's all over moving his miners away. Not going to get any miners kills, but these are going to turn around. Okay, now these guys, what they could do is they could both. Oh, and the warp in on top of this. Oh, this is going to be quite unfortunate for Clintsat, as the double warp, the warp in coming right on top of it. These guys are going to be able to take out these steam runners. Unfortunately, he is going to lose that storage dock. Those tri-cobalt torpedoes just all over it. So I don't know who's going to be the worse off here. A pair of steam runners both getting lost as in exchange for a storage dock, as these other warp-ins get some kills off of this. Now they're going to try to chase down this nebula. It is a medium-range vessel. Not going to be able to catch up with it. Ooh, a transport. Yes, and Butter's all over stealing a scout vessel. So it's Intrepid trying to chase down this nebula, Colossus Nebula. Not going to be able to do. This is really a futile matchup here. This Intrepid not going to be able to take us down without taking too much fire, and Butter's finally taking that away. So Clintsat with an amazing pull on that warp in, really giving him a boon. That'll cost about 300 dilithium for the feds here, a little bit more than that. As down here you see the big mini-map explosion as the nebula triggers its special. In the meantime, Clintsat is expanding at the same time, using the single storage dock trick, single mining station trick between two mines that are close together. It's useful. And Butters, in the meantime, having to re-put up his mining station, going to cut his mining down a little bit, but fortunately for him, his ships managed to keep his warp in, so he's going to have about a 2-ship advantage over the course of this game. We'll see if he can't turn that into something a little bit more interesting. So he's going to take his short-range vessels, which have the same speed, which this is a good maneuver. They can, just run in, run out, do a little scouting. Nothing's really going to catch up with them, save for other short-range vessels. So Butters now on the offensive, going to go over here, try to get a little bit of scouting. He is going to see this scouting his ship over here. He's going to see this expansion and a turret trying to get up. But the question is, will he be able to get this platform up in time? So he's got about, almost a minute remaining. These two short-range ships here are on the way. This ambassador will be able to put out a decent amount of punch. And don't you know that Butters is just urging these ships to go faster? This phaser will probably go up, but it could be at the cost of this constructor. The phaser is about 29 seconds out, and this is a race for time, folks. You can see over the mini-map that Clintsat is pushing with some ships, going to try to get a little bit of cutoff. The question is, what is he going to do? Is he going to try to... He's going to try to make this a trade-off, and will he be able to get it? Butters moving the Ambassador class up. He's expecting to take some fire. That platform is going to go down. 5 seconds down on it. Oh, is it a race to the end? It is a race to the end. Oh, and the constructor wisely deconstructs that, and these ships here are buggering out. They need to bugger out now. A little bit of micro weirdness going on as these Intrepids fire and this Monsoon go after this Intrepid here. Butters getting a nice constructor kill on it, trying to even up the score a little bit. This Nebula is not going to be able to chase either of these guys as they get in, get a nice little single kill off of it. So the decom, ooh, and a warp in here. Whose is this? That is, oh, Clintsat all over this again. Oh, and a platform also going up here. This platform is sporting about 11 seconds out, but a warp in also here in the way, and Clintsat being super hyper aggressive here. Oh, and he is also with a torpedo refit Nebula. Oh, this is going to turn out, and if Clintsat can just get out of here, he'll be lucky to be alive. And he is going to, looks like he is going to get out of there alive, as Clintsat brings up a number of his other vessels in range. Oh, they're going to run over here into this shield, this green Nebula, and that is actually a smart move on this part, as that's going to allow them to reach in their shields. If they can take over anything, maybe slowly change the balance of power in this Nebula. Oh, they are possibly going to get a kill off of that Intrepid. Oh, they want it so bad, but that Nebula is also getting itself out of the shield Nebula. Oh, and it juts back in, and it has fallen, and so it looks like Clintsat losing a Nebula here. Butters Butters trying to retreat one of his steam runners as some of these smaller ships turn around. They chase that guy down. Wow, these guys are going at it here. Butters getting what looks like the tail end of the deal here as these guys run in and out of this Nebula. The Torp Nebula hasn't toggled its special yet. These Excelsiors seem to be going down really fast. There's enough firepower on the board at the moment to overcome this green Nebula's abilities. Clintsat maneuvering around as this one Monsoon needs to run out and go repair, and he is going to run out and do that. Down goes one of the Purple Fez. Again, Butters losing a ship there. Butters coming back into the fray, and it looks like the Clintsat has got enough. I see more white Fed icons than I do see purple, but not by a whole bunch. This one, Clintsat losing some engines on his Monsoon. That is going to get cleaned up by Butters. Butters going to take advantage of that, and wow, a fierce battle over here on the left-hand side. No miners, but a lot of ships. Oh, and a little bit of pathing going on here. This Galaxy getting caught all by itself. Being a medium-range vessel, it is just not able to get enough run going on with it. Clintsat is going to use it as a sacrificial. Oh, don't know what he's doing with. Oh, okay, it's wrong. That's purple. That's fine. And down goes the Galaxy. So Clintsat, very aggressive today, really on top of the warp. And we have some E2s on the way, folks. A pair of Norways out on the board. Butters, however, maintaining a large fleet, losing only a few vessels here and there. Butters, however, in the meantime, is trying to do a little bit of expansion. Has a proxy yard over here in the far right. That is going to be an excellent staging ground for Butters. That'll allow him to mine this area. It'll also allow him to cover this other expansion up here. So a really good move by Butters here. And Clintsat has no idea that is there. Butters all over with the scouting. Clintsat, the one thing that he needs to do here is touch up on his scouting. He is kind of blind at the moment. The only thing he sees is this bottom area here. He doesn't see anything above the third bottom part. So he is going to be susceptible to raids. And a little bit of scouting here and there, maybe even a scout in this green nebula would have tipped him off to this little bit here. Let's see how fast he can turn this platform into a phaser platform. He's going to have to, he needs to do that really quickly. There it is. He sees it, and he is all over it. Butters, however, does have a decent contingent of